Looks like we're good to go. Fantastic. Once again, I've forgotten the main thing about this. I need to find some place to put all the rubbish, but you know what? We have to do it later. For God's sake. Always find a way to mess it up. Always find a way. There's always one way that I do it. Alright. Here we are. Beautiful. That's good. How are you all doing though tonight? It's good to see everybody. Yeah, so cheapy tonight. Fantastic stuff. Thank you all for filling out the break. Always much appreciated. I need to sort something almost last minute to put all of this. Well, it's going to be annoying. I'll work it out. It's fine. Where are we going to start today? I think we started Footy Stars last time. Yes, everything is good, Matthew. I hope you're doing well too. Thank you for jumping in the break. And, of course, always helping out. You're a legend. Teamcoach. Let's do Teamcoach to start this time. Get stuck into it. There we go. Oh, man. Unfortunately, next break is going to be a little more expensive than I thought, which was very annoying. For those who have been paying attention, hobby boxes are ridiculously expensive all of a sudden. Not sure exactly why, but just the stock of it is basically completely gone. So the prices are now at ridiculous points. Alright, let's get stuck into it. Colby Pickett, Josh Weddle in the silvers, and St Kilda odd bods. Put them all here. I don't mind too much. Kieran Briggs fantasy forecast, Jackson Clare Scanlons, and we don't care about those. I need to make sure I'm on top of the comments tonight. Last time I took a bit of time. That's not fun. Bailey Dale Silver, Liam Ryan Silver, and a Daniel Rioli Silver best and fairest. And now we go this way. Jake Waterman fantasy forecast. Fantastic. Jason Orr Francis, Scanlons, and we don't care about comments. This feels... Oh my god, look at the amount of cards in that. This is a crazy box. Jack Ginnivan, silver. Adam Sard, silver. Another silver. Connor Rosey. And a Sam Walsh. Silver Majestic card graph. Will Setterfield in the fantasy forecast. Jack Ginnivan in the Scanlons. And 5 commons. So we had 11 cards in that pack. Classic Teamcoach. We love it though. We love it when it works out in our favour. James Rowbottom silver. Charlie Comben silver. And the West Coast Eagles Harley Reid Footy Flicks. Beautiful. Jordan Clark in the fantasy forecast. Charlie Curnow in the Scanlons. Tyson Stengel, Nick Blakey, Bobby Hill, and Luke Ryan. Who cares about comments? No caring about comments. I keep doing it. I'm still in YouTube mode, man. Nate Cuddy in the silver. Christian Chaka as well. Rookie wild card gold. Rookie wild card for the Sydney Swans. Oh, a case hit, boys. Very nice. Very, very nice. I don't know who the hitter is of that one. We also got the Nick Dacos fantasy forecast. With a Scanlons of Cam Rayner. Very nice indeed. What a start. Getting it right at the beginning of the box. Doesn't happen often, it feels like nowadays. Feels like that's more and more rare. Beautiful. Get in there, mate. Caden Cleary. I think he's just recently played too. Am I right? I think I'm right. No, could be wrong. Make sure. Yep, there's a code there, so I won't get that code out in the wild. We need to make sure that code is safe. No one's stealing it. The Teamcoach breaks have delivered pretty well. We've got a Nick Watson silver, Roy Laird silver, and a Willie Rioli silver star powers with a Dane Zorko fantasy forecast, a Isaac Heaney Scanlens. And we don't care about those. I don't know who's got Sydney, but they're walking home a big winner. Mason Redmond Silver, Ben King, and a Jeremy Cameron Silver Star Powers, with a Marcus Bontempelli Fantasy Forecast, and a Jack Sinclair Scanlens. Still plenty of box hits. Teamcoach collectors, still plenty to go. Aaron Cadman Silver, Jacob Hopper Silver, and a Bobby Hill Silver Star Powers. Also got the Lloyd Meek Fantasy Forecast with a Tim Taranto Scanlens. Who had the Sydney? Let me double check this. Someone is very happy tonight. Already. It went to Luke. Very nice. Luke is fairly new, so that is very helpful for you, mate. That is top notch. What else we got? Colby McKercher Silver. Josh Dacos Silver. Another Silver. Chad Warner. And a Silver Star Powers. We've got Jeremy McGovern this time. We've also got Toby Nankervis in the Fantasy Forecast. And a Harry Sheasel Scanlens. Liam Baker Silver. Darcy Cameron. And a Max Holmes Silver Best and Fairest. Dylan Moore in the Fantasy Forecast. Tom Stewart in the Scanlens. There is a part of me that really does like getting case hits really far into the box. Footy Stars has been like dead on with it all year. Jesse Hogan Silver, Tom DeConing Silver, and a Sam Durham Silver Star Powers. Paddy Cripps in the Fantasy Forecast, and a James Warpel Scanlens. We've got Liam Duggan Silver, James Warpel Silver, and a Jamie Elliott Footy Flicks. Alongside a Kieran Briggs Fantasy Forecast, a Caleb Sarong Scanlens, Jason Horn-Francis Silver, Jake Lever, and we got a Magic Wildcard as well, this time for Brisbane. Cam Rayner. We're getting both our wildcards quickly. Cole, you're taking that one. Fantastic work, mate. I see you watching, so there you go. Caught that one live. Fantastic. Willem Drew, Fantasy Forecast, and a Jake Waterman in the Scanlens. Already got both our wildcards. And it's last year's grand final matchup too. Sydney versus Brisbane. Just right there. We're about 9 months too late. Oh well. Is what it is. We got Jordan DeGoey Silver, Luke Ryan Silver, and a Cam Zohar. Got his nice card craft. We've also got a Tom DeConing Fantasy Forecast, and an Isaac Rankin Scanlens. Got Tom Green Silver, Max King, and a blue Nick Dacos. That is not a bad one at all. That could go for a pretty penny. We've got Brodie Grundy in there as well in the Fantasy Forecast. And Tom Green in the Scanlens. I know someone who definitely would be overcharging for that. Charlie Kerno Silver. Took Miller and the other Dacos. Are you serious? Back-to-back Dacoses. Just get both of them. Why not? If you missed one, you got the other. That sorts you out a bit. Christian Petrarca Fantasy Forecast and the Bont in the Scanlens. Yeah, that sorts you out very well. That's pretty good. Ed Richards in the silver. Oscar McInerney and another blue. Just give all three of the blues out now. Jake Waterman for the West Coast Eagles this time. It's not a third Dacos brother. Zach Butters in the Forecast. Scott Pendlebury in the Scanlens. Ah, don't knock the box away. Still a few hits that are hiding from us. I'd like to get to 5. Jamie Elliott Silver. Max Michaelini. And Hugh McCluggage in the Silver Star Powers. Ollie Wines in the Fantasy Forecast. And Sam Flanders in the Scanlons. I pray I'm covering the codes. I don't need someone yoinking them, please. LDU in the silver. Nick Martin as well. And a Tom Green Silver Star Powers. We've also got James Sicily in the Fantasy Forecast with a Christian Petrarca in the Scanlons. Nice. We keep it moving. Lucky Whitfield in the silver. Ryan Mansell. And we've got a silver Majestic card craft of Andrew McGrath. We've also got James Rowbottom in the Fantasy Forecast with a Nick Dacos once again. I guess if you're a Nick Dacos collector, you get yourself a fair bit of Nick Dacos in this product, usually. There's always a Nick Dacos somewhere, it feels like. Will Hayward, silver. Ollie Dempsey, silver. And a Lukey Jackson in the card craft. Pulled this one today. We've also got Jeremy McGovern in the Fantasy Forecast. And a Will Ashcroft in the skin. Elliot Yeo in the silver. Tom Barras in the silver. And we've got ourselves the one footy flicks that I need. Sydney. Oh, I messed it up. Josh Dunkley in the Fantasy Forecast. And a Harley Reid in the Scanlons. We've got Marbior Chol, Mitch Hinge, and Paddy Dangerfield in the Footy Flicks. Isaac Heaney in the Fantasy Forecast, and Max Holmes Scanlons. Been a while since we've seen a hit. Come on. Change it up. I need something. Paddy Cripps silver. Josh Tracy silver. And the best and fairest of Isaac Heaney. Also got Chad Warner, both the only good Sydney players it feels like at the moment. Jack Steele Scanlons. Got ourselves, there's another Nick Dacos in the silver. Jake Waterman and a Bradley Hill, #1 Majestic card craft. And we've got Bailey Dale in the Fantasy Forecast with a Took Miller Scanlon. Getting close to the end here. Gotten through a few of them. Let's see. Bailey Smith, silver. Mac Andrews, silver. Sam Darcy. Not a bad one in the Silver Star Powers. We've also got James Sicily in the Fantasy Forecast. The Bailey Fritsch in the Scanlons. We got Nass. Silver. Kai Lohman. And another best and fairest. We've got Jeremy McGovern with a Connor Rosie Fantasy Forecast. And a Zach Merritt Scanlon. The amount of things that are stacking up here is insanity. Isaac Heaney in the silver. Bradley Hill in the silver as well. And a Sculpture Wildcard. #3. Of course, you see the person there. It's for Carlton. They're getting a silver Sculpture Wildcard in Jacob Wiedering. Not bad at all. Luke Ryan in the Fantasy Forecast. Andrew McGrath in the Scanlons. 3 wildcards. 3 for 3 in the wildcards here. Not a bad record we've got going on. There we are. Beautiful. Jacob Wiedering, chuck you there. 3 hits. I'm pretty certain we should be seeing Team Star Powers and a gold best and fairest. So we should be getting 5 here. Ollie Henry, Andy Brayshaw, and we've got Paddy Cripps in the Silver Star Powers with a Jeremy Cameron Fantasy Forecast and a George Wardlaw Scanlons. And if we're lucky, maybe another one. Maybe another cheeky one extra. But we're definitely getting 5 now. That's good. Adam Treloar in the silver. Nick Vloston. And another blue. We've got Kieran Briggs. Beautiful. That's 4. I'm pretty sure there's only 3. I thought at least. Noah Anderson in the Fantasy Forecast. And Cody Waitman Scanlons. I could just be dumb. There's always that. There's always a chance that I'm just stupid. Stephen May, silver. Darcy Byrne-Jones, and here we go. It's got a light blue to it. It says elite. Who's it gonna be? Oh, it's a good one. It's a Paddy Cripps. There we go. Carlton starting to pick it up now. Jared Witts in the fantasy forecast. And Zach Butters. That is a very, very good Star Powers. Team Star Powers. Dual Brownlow medalist. Most recent Brownlow medalist. In Patrick. Well done. Good stuff. We take that. We take that every day of the week. That's number 4 for the box. What else should we find? We've got Jordan Sweet. We've got Blake Acres. And we've got Mr. Nick Watson for the Hawthorn Hawks. James Rowbottom in the fantasy forecast. And Tyson Stengel in the Scanlons. Still need one more. Gold, best and fairest. Where's it hiding? Where are you hiding today? We got Lukey Jackson. Got Caleb Windsor. Another Silver Star Powers. Isaac Rankin this time. Josh Dunkley in the fantasy forecast. And Callum Mills in the Scanlons. I think 3 to go for Teamcoach here. We've got Riley Sanders Silver. Harris Andrews. And another Silver Star Power. We've got Connor Rozee this time for the Power. With Zach Fisher from the Roos. And TDK in the Scanlons. Yep, 2 to go. There we are. Got the last 2 out. There's the box. Do we get shorted a gold, best and fairest? We've been shorted before, unfortunately. It is absolutely possible. Zach Merritt. We've got Paul Curtis, and it doesn't look like it. Yes, we haven't been shorted. And it's for Port Adelaide. There we go. Mr. Zach Butters for the Port Adelaide Power. Sam Flanders in the fantasy forecast. And Toby Green in the Scanlons. Very, very nice. Beautiful, there's 5. Very nice. Can we somehow make it 6? Let's find out. Is it 6? Tom Lynch silver. Daniel Rioli silver. Not quite. It's a silver Marcus Bontempelli for the Bulldogs with a Chad Warner fantasy forecast and a Nick Vloston Scanlons to finish off the team coach section. So there we are. 5 hits, including a case hit. Caden Cleary, gold rookie wildcard. That's a fantastic hit. Great stuff. We love to see that. Put you over to the side here. I've got so many packs now here that I've got to work with. And now I'm going to put all the Footy Stars on the other side. That's what I've got to do. Last time we did this cheapie, we pulled ourselves an instant win. Do we somehow have that luck in us again? Or at least something similar. Golden ticket time, maybe. God, it'd be so nice if we could do that. I don't have much hope. But the little hope I have, I hope it's in this box. Hope all that hope works out for this box. Let's see. Best of luck again, everybody. If you haven't gotten something yet, hopefully this is where your luck changes. Got ourselves to start. It is a Tom Liberatore and a Jai Caldwell. Footy heads and luminous base. Another footy heads, it looks like. We've got Jesse Hogan and Rowan Marshall, luminous base. I need to find a better way of doing this. We've got footy heads again, Liam Ryan, and this time Thunderbolt, Jordan Dawson, no gold back. Oh man, tough to get into this one. It's hiding something from me. Nope, it isn't. We've got James Sicily, 150 games, and a Charlie Ballard luminous base. Breakout. Ollie Wines and a Will Day luminous base. Thought I'd drop something on the card. Looks like a Dragon Scales for the Melbourne Demons. Maxi Gorn, that's a nice one. That is a fantastic Dragon Scales card. No, there'll be a bunch who like this one. I keep knocking the camera with my hat. It actually is so stupid that I keep doing that. There we are, Maxi. What number are you? 33 of 799. Pretty low. Nothing too hectic, but we'll take it. Yeah, nearly did it again. Milestone of Bailey Scott and a Nick Larkey luminous base. Need to move all those there. Next up, seeing another footy heads. We've got Brody Grundy and a Sam Draper luminous base. We've got, it is a Tom Brown, no Goldback. Tom Brown Thunderbolt. Stop, Kai Lohman breakout, Sam Darcy luminous base. Got a Chook Miller footy heads, Finn Callahan luminous base. Got a Thunderbolt, Will Ashcroft, no Goldback, that would have been a nice one, of the Norm. Of the Norm Smith, not quite this time. Breakout, Elliot Yeo, Will Ashcroft luminous base this time. Got the Thunderbolt and the base in the same, oh, back-to-back packs. We've got a Boom. Who are we bringing the Boom with? We got Charlie Curnow luminous base as well. We are bringing the Boom with Marcus Windhager for the Saints. Fantastic. I'm done. They are right there. Marcus Windhager. What number? Number 296. Pretty far off a jumping number, but that's okay. Something tells me we'll be alright. Not going to worry too much about that. What do we got next? We're seeing footy heads again. We got Nas and we got Jake Lever in the luminous base. Footy, no, not footy heads. We got Dragon Scales. Orange only means one thing. Mr. Harry Himmelberg for the GWS Giants. There we go. For Harry, we've got number 368. Nothing crazy just yet. I feel the vibes coming though. It's gonna happen. It's like a red epic. It sure is. We've got Aaron Norton for the Doggies and a Seth Campbell luminous base. There we go, Aaron Norton. Looks to be, it's a Josh Dacos. No Goldback. That would have been nice for Collingwood. Unfortunately not. Seeing ourselves. We got Tyson Stengel footy heads and a Jordan Clark luminous base. Myriad. Oh, hello. I am seeing feet at the bottom, though, so it is not a signature. Jeez, I nearly just gave that away. Nice. We've got ourselves a good Luminous pull here. Right behind Ash Riddell. It's a good sign. Bobby Hill in the footy heads. Very good sign here. What could it be? I can't remember which side. I think it's right side that the team's on. Let's see. Fremantle Dockers. This is my second one, I think, that I've pulled for Freo. It's Jai Amos. This is my second Jai Amos. One I've pulled for me. And now one for you guys. There we are. Jai Amos in the Luminous. Because why stop at 1 when you can get 2? Fantastic. Jai, what number are we seeing for you? 28 of 99 this time. Here we are. Myriad pull for the boys. For the team. I've pulled a lot of myriads. I have pulled a lot of myriads, it feels like, this year. Not that I'm complaining. We've got Luke Ryan footy heads and a Bailey Fritsch, no gold back. Luminous Thunderbolt. Freo sees a little win there. Got ourselves a milestone, platinum milestone of Jezza and a Jared Berry Luminous base. Still waiting for our big hit. It's bound to happen. Got ourselves Breakout, Jordan DeGoey, and a Nick Dacos Luminous base. Got ourselves, here we go, Jack Steele, Goldback. There we go, number 191 that looks like. Indeed it is. The captain of the St Kilda Football Club. I have a few St Kilda mates who do not like how he's going at the moment. Not as big of fans as maybe some other Steelers Saints fans are. But there we are. And 191 of 399. Fantastic. What else we got? Another milestone. It's Tom Mitchell this time. 200 games and a Jamie Cripps Luminous base. Another red epic. We've got Errol. God, do they miss Errol. Luminous base. Brody Grundy as well. If you're a Saints fan, let me know. How much are you missing Errol right now? How sad are you about Errol Goulden not being in your team just yet? You poor, poor buggers. Missing out on an entire year of them. There we go. Also got, it is a non-gold back Mac Andrew Thunderbolt, of course, because we have already pulled our gold. Got ourselves Braden Campbell, of course, no gold back there either. Footy heads of Harry Mackay and a Jace Burgoyne. Luminous base. Still got a few to go. Footy heads, Christian Petrarca and Ben Keys in the Luminous base. Yeah, again, we are still waiting on our big one. And we are also waiting on a gold refractor Thunderbolt. Breakout here, though. Sam Flanders and Max King, Luminous base. Breakout, Leggy Jackson and a Paddy Dangerfield, Luminous base. Thunderbolt, Jai Caldwell, of course, no gold back. Not many packs left, so we're about to get there. We're very close. I think we're 3 packs till the end, so 2 of these packs should have something. Here's the gold refractor. It's of Jai Newcomb for the Hawthorn Hawks. Fantastic. Numbered to 399. What could it be? And what could we see? We've got number 27 of 399 for Jai. 2 to go. Where's our big hit? It's hiding at the end again. It's happening again. Here it is. We got our big one. Looks to be a signature Brownlow predictor. Got Mac Andrew there as well. Let me put that in frame for you. And we'll just open up our last one. Get the last one done and dusted. Nothing left. Last pack is going to be a Footy Heads of Jace Burgoyne and a Will Day No Goldback Luminous Thunderbolt. Here we go. Final one. Got ourselves both a Myriad and a Predictor. What are we going to see? It's of Adam Treloar. If only he hadn't been injured. This could be alright. Nonetheless, Dogs get a hit. Fantastic. There we are. Now we just need a good number. From out of 220, Adam Treloar is 104. Nothing fantastic. That's okay. 2 nice hits there. Case hit from Teamcoach. There was a fair bit of things here and there. Wasn't an empty one. However, when comparing it to getting a Collingwood Premiership predictor. No, it was an instant win and a double case hit in the first cheapie. A case hit and a Myriad doesn't seem as great. But it's pretty good. That's a pretty good result, honestly. So, thank you again for tuning in to another fantastic break. Like I said, my next one is going to be massive. I am going to be doing 1 box of Legacy Ultimate 2024. My second one on the page, alongside 2 hobby boxes. So it is fairly expensive, and unfortunately, hobby boxes are now a bit more expensive. I think I mentioned it earlier in the stream that the boxes are now, unfortunately, for some reason, like, much more expensive. I think the value, or just there's not as many as there used to be, and so as people buy them up, they just become more expensive. It seems to just happen. It's how it kind of goes. But I would have loved for it not to be this ridiculous, and I am just hopeful that next time I purchase some boxes, it's not as expensive. I really hope that's the case, at least. Nonetheless, I appreciate you all very, very much for jumping into another one of these breaks and for helping make this as enjoyable as it always is. Once again, hope you got something good and hope to see you in the next one. It is going to be a little expensive, but my hope is that you guys are still going to jump in and have a bit of fun with me. So, fingers crossed. Hope it all goes well. Thank you all for tuning into the break once again. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Cheers, guys.